There is an option in Blender that corrects face attributes. This option affects the UV layout. I will show several examples. By default, the option is turned off. Here is an example using a plane. Make a plane and open Ucupaint. Open an image. It has transparency, but I don't have that turned on. It uses the default UV layout. Use S key for scaling. Scaling the object will stretch the image. We are in the Edit view. Hold G key to move an edge. Grab and move an edge. Stretching is the result. There is an option Correct Face Attributes that will affect the UV layout. The option is turned off by default. Let us turn the option on. Now drag the edge of the plane. The image repeats. This is useful especially if the image is seamless. Turn off the option. Go to the UV workspace. Scale the UV layout by holding down the S key. Notice that in the material view we can see the effect. We are in the Edit view. Hold G key to move an edge. Moving an edge results in stretching. However, what if we turn on the Correct Face Attributes option? Notice the repetition of the image. Again, this can be very useful. Turning off the option results in stretching. Extruding an edge is different. First, with the option turned off. Let us see what happens when we extrude an edge. Hold down a key to do an extrusion of an edge. There is ugly stretch marks because the pixels reproduce. The UV layout has not corrected itself. When we turn the option on, then the UV layout corrects itself, and the image repeats itself. This can be very useful. Ucupaint allows an alpha channel to be added. Let us do that. By turning down the alpha level, the transparent region is shown. Let us do another example. Delete the plane and create another. Use Ucupaint to make a material that is seamless. Use a noise mask. A ramp makes it more visible. Turn the option off. Moving an edge makes the material stretch. Turning the option on makes the material repeat. No seam can be seen. I turn the option off and do an extrusion. Notice the stretch marks. If I now turn the option on, then there is a repetition of the material during an extrusion. No seam can be seen. Let us study how the UV layout is affected during an extrusion. Start with a new plane. Place an image on it using Ucupaint. There is one face and 4 vertices. This can be seen in the UV workspace. The correction option is off. An extrusion is done. 2 new vertices are created. In the UV workspace, the 2 new vertices lie on top of each other. Undo the extrusion. Turn on the correction option. Do an extrusion again to create 2 new vertices. Note how the UV layout is different. The 2 new vertices lie outside of the image. When we paint with a brush, the paint will only show on the image.
This is the last example that I will present. This is the default Blender cube. It has the default UV layout. Each side has its own material made with Ucupaint. I use the brick texture to judge the size of the material better. Turn off the correction option. Select one face and extrude the face.
There is ugly stretch marks because the pixels reproduce.
Undo the extrusion. Now turn on the correction option. Select one face and extrude the face.
Notice the repetition.
There is no ugly stretch marks.
This is useful especially if the image is seamless.
Undo the extrusion. Put a subdivision modifier on the object. Turn correction option off. Select one face and press E, then drag.
Stretching is the result.
Turn correction option on. Select one face and press E, then drag. The material appears the same size.
This is useful especially if the image is seamless.
Thanks for viewing.